Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. This week we've got some incredible Coronation Street spoilers lined up for you, covering November 4th through November 8th. From jaw-dropping confessions to life-changing moments, there's a lot to unpack, so stay tuned. Next week, there's a dramatic confession in Joel's murder case. This one's going to shake things up. Billy's hitting rock bottom, and it's looking pretty serious for him. And as if that weren't enough, Mason finds an unexpected new ally on the Cobbles. Could this change the game for him? Stick around and we'll break down all 12 huge moments you can expect to see. But before we dive in, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a single update. We've got the latest on Coronation Street, and trust me, you won't want to miss out. Alright, let's jump right into it. Here are 12 big moments you won't want to miss next week on Coronation Street. 1. Daisy receives a warning over Kit. Daisy's world is getting pretty complicated as she helps Kit pack up his stuff from the Rovers. While she's busy helping him clear out, she can't help but notice an almost empty whiskey bottle sitting among his things. It's a little odd, right? Almost like a quiet clue left out in the open, making Daisy start to question what Kit might be hiding. Then, as if things weren't weird enough, Ryan steps in with some unsettling news. Apparently, Kit's been cozying up to him, pretending to be his friend just to dig up info about Daisy's likes and dislikes. It sounds manipulative, even a bit creepy, and Ryan's words plant a big seed of doubt in Daisy's mind. She can't shake the feeling that something's off, and she might not know Kit as well as she thought. With this nagging thought, Daisy decides to confront Kit about that almost empty whiskey bottle. But when she asks him, he dodges the question, brushing it off with a lie, claiming he wanted to drown his sorrows after Paul's funeral. It feels like a convenient excuse, but Daisy's gut tells her there's more to the story. Is Kit really hiding something bigger? Or is it all just a series of misunderstandings? Either way, Daisy's instincts are kicking in, and it's clear she won't be so easily convinced that Kit's intentions are as harmless as he claims. 2. Kit confronts Lisa over Joel's murder. Lisa's phone has been examined, and Kit reveals that a damning unsent message was found, suggesting that she wanted Joel dead. Kit orders Lisa to tell him where she was on the night of Joel's murder. Later, Lisa's day gets worse when she receives a stern message summoning her down to the police station. 3. Dee Dee tries to cut Lauren off. Lauren continues to experience kindness from the community, as Max and David promise that she and Frankie can move in with them once the foster care situation has been sorted out. Lauren is also delighted when Roy offers to buy her a pram. She asks Dee Dee to help her choose the perfect one, but Dee Dee snubs her and refuses to get involved. 4. Dee Dee makes a major confession. Dee Dee breaks down in a heart-to-heart with Ed, admitting that she was the one who killed Joel after finding out that he planned to escape justice by doing a runner from Weatherfield. Unable to live with the guilt, Dee Dee reveals that she plans to hand herself in to the police. Ed is alarmed and tries to convince her to keep quiet. Did Dee Dee really murder Joel? 5. Summer is confronted by a stranger. Summer is caught completely off guard when she walks into her own flat and finds a total stranger, Wayne, just casually hanging out. Imagine coming home after a long day, expecting the usual peace and quiet, only to find someone you've never seen before sitting on your couch. It's more than confusing. It's a bit unsettling. Naturally, Summer's got a million questions running through her mind, and she's trying to make sense of it all. Who is this guy? Why is he here? And how does he even know where she lives? You can practically feel her mind racing as she tries to get to the bottom of this unexpected scene. Before things get too tense, Billy steps in with an explanation. He admits that he met Wayne at an addicts group and invited him over. Billy's clearly trying to extend a hand of support, but from Summer's perspective, it's still a bit strange. She's processing a lot here, not just the surprise of finding Wayne there, but also the reality that Billy's bringing people from his recovery circle into their personal space. This little encounter raises questions for Summer, maybe even some concerns. She wants to be supportive, but it's not every day you walk in on a situation like this, and it might take a minute for her to fully understand Billy's perspective. 6. Billy ruins Bernie's event. Billy isn't looking forward to attending Bernie's screening event at the Rovers, which will see the locals gather to watch Paul's ashes being sent into space. He downs some whiskey before leaving. Just as everyone watches Paul's ashes being released on the big screen, Billy spitefully pulls the plug and ruins the moment. He then makes a drunken speech, branding the event a farce, and admitting that he made a move on Todd after Paul's funeral. 7. Billy's life hangs in the balance. Billy's hit rock bottom and is barely hanging on, isolating himself behind Underworld and drowning his sorrows in drink. He's got his phone and some old voice messages from Paul, which he clings to like a lifeline. These recordings are his only bit of comfort, a way to hold on to memories that keep him going even if they're just echoes from the past. But then, in a twist that just makes everything worse, his phone dies. Imagine the despair. He's alone, cold, and now can't even reach back for that last connection to Paul. It's like losing him all over again, and it sends Billy spiraling even deeper into the darkness. As the cold starts to get to him, Billy begins to fade, almost giving in to the harsh reality he's created for himself. It's a heartbreaking sight, and he's barely hanging on when Bernie stumbles upon him, realizing right away just how dire the situation is. She's quick to call for help, but with Billy in such rough shape, it's impossible to say if she's found him in time. Her discovery is a glimmer of hope, but there's an urgency and a fear here. Will she be too late to save him from himself? 8. Tim makes an alarming discovery. Tim and Sally fear that they have a mouse in their house when they find spilt food in the kitchen and other signs of strange activity in the garden shed. The real story is revealed when the couple find an unexplained rucksack, proving that an intruder has been living in their shed. Tim takes the bag over to streetcars and catches Mason trying to retrieve it. Mason is forced to come clean about how he's homeless and was in desperate need of somewhere to sleep at night. 9. Mason strikes a deal with Tim. Tim's got a big heart, and he really wants to help Mason find a safe place to crash for the night. He's been trying every possible option he can think of, but nothing's working out, and Mason's left without anywhere to turn. Tim can see how desperate the situation is and decides to take matters into his own hands. He knows it's not a perfect solution, but he's not about to leave Mason out in the cold either. So, he offers a lifeline. Mason can discreetly sleep on the sofa at number 4, just as a temporary fix to get him through the night. But here's the catch. This kind gesture comes with a big condition. Tim makes it clear that this has to stay under wraps. Sally can't know a thing about it. He's putting his neck on the line for Mason, risking some serious drama at home if Sally finds out he's snuck someone in. Tim's juggling compassion and a bit of caution, trying to do the right thing while avoiding a potential mess with Sally. It's a delicate balance, but he's banking on Mason keeping things low-key to make this little act of kindness work out for everyone involved. 10. Bethanys' struggles continue. Daniel accompanies Bethany as she speaks to a nurse at the hospital. Daniel expresses his concern that Bethany isn't leaving the flat following her recent ordeal, so the nurse suggests that a support group could help. Later in the week, Bethany bravely attends Bernie's event at the Rovers, but gets embarrassed when she realizes that her stoma bag is leaking. Full of insecurities, Bethany rushes off. 11. Bethany sets boundaries with Bethany, and Daniel make their peace after falling out over the Rovers' visit. Bethany makes it clear to Daniel that she's not ready to resume their physical relationship, as she still doesn't want him to see her stoma bag. 12. David hides another secret. David's acting strange, and it all starts with this mysterious email he gets from Weatherfield Prison Services. Instead of being open with Shona, he just keeps it to himself, like he's hiding something big. You can almost feel the tension creeping in as he dodges her questions and brushes it off, keeping her completely in the dark. It's clear he doesn't want her to know whatever's going on, but why the secrecy? This email seems to trigger something in David, making him act all shifty, and it raises a lot of questions. What's in that message that has him so on edge? Then, as if things weren't suspicious enough, he takes it a step further by deleting a whole string of emails from the prison later in the week. Now he's not just keeping secrets, he's actively covering his tracks. This isn't just a one-time thing. David's going out of his way to make sure no one, especially Shona, finds out. It's almost like he's trying to erase any sign of his connection to whatever's happening at the prison. It leaves us all wondering, what exactly is he hiding, and how deep does this go? David's behavior is a total mystery, and whatever he's caught up in, it's clearly something he doesn't want anyone to uncover. And that's a wrap on this week's Coronation Street spoilers. From intense confrontations to secretive behavior, next week is packed with drama you won't want to miss. Let us know in the comments what you think about all these twists and turns. Who's hiding the biggest secret? And will Billy's situation finally turn around? We'd love to hear your thoughts. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so you're always in the loop on the latest Coronation Street updates. And make sure those notifications are on so you never miss a spoiler. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time for even more drama from the Cobbles. See you soon.